Imagine a perfect world where you can build a restaurant, open the doors, and make loads of money. Unfortunately, those days are over. It takes great leadership, hard work, and long hours to operate a successful restaurant. Together, we can make it happen. This is Restauranttopia.
Welcome back to Restauranttopia. We have an amazing episode here today. It is really important to me. It's a little outside of our general theme of restaurants and restaurant owners, but it's something that affects every single one of us. I have my co-host here, Dave Ross, myself, Brian Seitz, and I want to talk about sales, how to connect with someone, how to reach out, and more importantly, how to make contact appropriately and build a relationship. Dave?
Yes, I love this topic, and it's actually been probably a couple months that I've been talking to Brian about doing this episode, and it wasn't until just yesterday, I think, we actually connected and you understood exactly what I was trying to accomplish.
100%. We don't want to come across as negative at all today. We're trying to help salespeople. We understand that your job is very difficult, that you're trying to initiate relationships and sell products or services.
Yeah, and I can appreciate that sales is a numbers game. The days of walking up and down the street and knocking on doors, while that still may happen in some industries, and even in our industry as a distributor, we have people that go out and introduce themselves to the restaurants and do that. There's ways of doing that the right way and the wrong way, and you can turn people off, and that's something. So sales is a numbers game. You know, I appreciate some will, some won't, so what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can appreciate that mentality. But I think what's happened in the digital age is that it's become very easy through either email or social media to become lazy in our approach to that first connection.
Correct. You can use a call center or something and spam people and send out 10,000 phone calls or faxes or emails or text messages. You can do all those things and large numbers and a certain percentage will convert, but it's spammy. It's not honoring you as an individual and as a professional. Being a salesperson to me is one of the hardest jobs because you start at zero every month. And I get that. And I appreciate that and the desire for people to cut corners. But you really have to be a student of your game and your craft and provide value. That's going to be the underlying theme of this, is to provide value and build a relationship. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And so I think what we want to focus in on and something that really gets me excited is, well, first of all, it annoyed me. Mm-hmm. Then it got me excited because I started thinking about how can I get a message out there, or we can get a message out there that will help change some of this, because I've seen it happen. So I actually got inspired by a couple situations where somebody I feel did it the wrong way. I had an encounter with them and they were able to pivot, have self-awareness, and pivot to say, you know what, I'm going to do it the right way going forward. And to me, I got excited about that. I've got two examples, you know what I mean, that we'll go through in a little bit, of people that I feel approached the wrong way. I called them out on it in one way or another. Yeah. And they actually changed it. And then I've had a couple instances where people did it absolutely right from the beginning, which I want to go through. And then we've got some examples of what you should not do. So I feel like maybe we start with what we should not do, because we're both a little jacked up about this. I don't want to belabor. I don't want to go too long in like introing this topic. So maybe we just dive into some of the ones that.
I'll put this as a footnote. This comes from a good spot. This is not meant to be negative.
Even though it may come off.
It may come off as super negative. It may come off as really nasty, but I'm telling you, it comes from.
It's for the betterment of all.
Okay.
Now, this came from where?
This is from LinkedIn. So I'm going to limit the interactions from LinkedIn. We have our great episode on LinkedIn. It's 21. Okay. Check that out if you want to better your game at LinkedIn. You want to build a relationship. It's not a lead list or a contact list. It's a relationship. I know something about you. You know something about me.
Yeah, and mind you can continue to do what you're doing. You can continue to spam 100 people a day and try to get the one person that's going to bite and make your sale and grind that out. You don't have to change anything. We're just going to give you a perspective from people that have been approached this way hundreds of times and the annoyance of it. And hopefully maybe you'll rethink how you do it.
And someone who is approachable, that I want to say falls for that type of sales method, is then also going to fall for someone else. So the stickiness and the likelihood that you're going to keep that person as a customer is probably not great.
Yeah, or it's just miraculous timing that what you're offering, they needed in that moment.
That exact moment.
Otherwise, it's super annoying.
Okay.
So let's hit it.
All right. This is a gentleman who reached out to me on LinkedIn, made the connection. I'm always happy to connect. If you want to connect with me, reach out to me. I love seeing your content, and you can see a little bit of mine. Thank you for connecting. If you'd like a free quote on insurance, let me know. Stay healthy. All right. Insurance is a regulated product that you have to be licensed to sell. However, there's a lot of people in the marketplace that sell this, correct?
There's quite a bit.
Yeah. I don't even know if you sell commercial insurance, what you do. I don't know anything about you. You know nothing about me.
You obviously know nothing about me.
Yeah, you don't know if I have one business or 10 businesses. I just get a free quote. And what does a quote involve?
I'm going to start charging for quotes because I think that's actually will shock the system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to offer you 50% off the quote.
Yeah.
It's not free. I'm going to discount the quote.
Correct, yeah. This is another great area. The IT guys. Okay, this is from, we'll call him Adam. I'm using a different name. Hey, Brian, I saw that you are the insert here job description from LinkedIn. President Acquisitions, in-house counsel at blank, insert here company name, Hillcrest Food Service Company, and thought that I'd reach out to introduce myself.
Wait, who is this?
I'm calling him Adam, but that's not a name. It's an IT company.
Can I see the
name? Yeah, sure.
Let me see them.
So he introduced himself. You could tell that it's done by a program or a bot or something. This is not bad, not great. It's just,
it's horrible.
It is bad. But
he literally took your title and company awkwardly and inserted it into a message that probably hit hundreds of people that day. It doesn't feel good.
He had a program that he scraped the database and shot this out to me.
How about this one? How about people that appear to know you without knowing you? So here's a good one.
Oh, I'm not done with Adam.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I went down the rabbit hole with him.
I apologize.
All right, 24 hours later, unsolicited.
No response.
No response.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, thank you for connecting. Guess what? So, a little bit more about me. I run an IT company aimed at helping organizations like yours overcome the lack of responsiveness and visibility from their IT service providers. For others, they maybe feel like they just outgrown their current IT provider. Either way, that's what we do. We fill the void in your IT strategy and meet increasing demands of your business. What about you? Okay, so he's telling me about himself, and then he's asking about me, but it really seemed like a sales pitch. Like he was selling me, right? Ugh. Another 24 hours goes by. No response, no interaction at all. Brian, I'll cut to the chase. No selling. Just a quick question. Are you guys outsourcing IT? If so, who would be the best person to connect to find out if I'm a good fit or possibly make a pitch for your business? That sure seems like selling. Was that not selling?
No selling.
Okay, no selling, but I'm going to try to sell you right now, and I'm going to ask for a favor. Who's the person at your company who heads up IT? It's probably not the president of acquisitions in-house counsel person, but it makes no sense. This is not good. All right, give me yours.
I've got so many. Hi, David. Looks like we know a few of the same people.
Do we?
Probably not.
We may be connected to some of the same people.
Yeah, okay, but
you know Gary. You're connected to Gary V, and I'm connected to Gary V.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah,
how about that? Looks like we share some interests.
Yeah. Oh.
Looks like you may do something that uses the services that I sell.
Yes,
basically.
Yeah.
I would love to somebody just come out and say that.
Yeah.
Let me cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Listen, I sell stuff. You buy stuff. Let's dance.
I would like to sell. I'd like to sell to you.
I would rather see that. I got one. Good evening, David. Are you available later this week or early next week to talk?
So who's this? The same guy?
No. This is the first message from somebody I've never met. Good evening, David. Are you available later this week or early next week to talk?
About what?
I don't know.
And who is he? What does he sell?
Next day, 24 hours. These bots must work in 24-hour increments. David, I'm sure you are swamped with all that's going on. Mm-hmm. He knows what I have going on, obviously, because he obviously knows me. However, if you can spare a few minutes, I'd greatly appreciate it. The market is in a good position for companies to lock in long term, and I'd like to see if I could help you take advantage of this.
Energy, right?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a good guess, but I don't know.
Okay, it could be any end market. Could be chicken.
3 days later.
Okay.
David, are you available this week for a brief phone call? Thank you. Now, mind you, this is 3 unsolicited messages. Now, granted, maybe he sent me a connection request. I connected, but I rarely decline a connection. So my taking a connection from you is not an invite for you to spam me. I'm sorry, it's not.
No.
Okay? So 3 messages. And my response after that, now this was in March. Okay? Actually, let's look at the timing of this. We work for a distributor. Mm-hmm. If you looked at my profile, you would see that I work for a distributor.
Yeah. When
did they shut the restaurant? Do you remember the date?
Yeah, I would say...
it was the 16th of March, I think.
I think it was March 16th.
The first message happened on March 18th, March 19th, March 24th. On March 24th, I got annoyed.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering if my business is even going to be around
the
next day.
Yeah.
And I responded, no, I'm not. Crisis mode.
And what did you respond to that?
Okay, I'll reach out to you at another time.
I'll steal more of your time and bother you at a later date. That's what he should have said.
So a month later, hope you're staying safe and healthy. Are you available next week for a brief call? So now I'm really annoyed.
Yeah.
Rick, no offense, but I have no idea what you do. In turn, have little interest in reviewing anything. Look back at your communication. I can't see a reason to chat. Maybe you could educate me a little more on why. That was my response.
Okay. Yeah.
Now the floodgates open.
Okay.
Now it's sorry about that. Sometimes I assume people just know what our company does. Annoying. Super annoying. But this guy literally spent 1, 2, 3 messages, shut him down. A month later, another message, and did not once tell me what he does.
It's not so much that he didn't tell you what he does. He didn't try to build a connection, and he didn't try to provide any value.
But he's asking me if I want to spend some time with him. I'm not looking for a friend. I'm sorry. I've got friends.
Okay.
I mean, the first message is, good evening. Are you available later this week to talk?
Yeah. About what?
I don't know.
I got one for you. So this one is from a social media person, Brian J. So my middle initial is J. I don't go by Brian J.
That was probably scraped off your
off my profile. I mean, you could use Mr. Sites. You can use just Brian. Not a lot of people use Brian J. It's an interesting way of going about it, unless you were just being really spammy and scraping my data, weaponizing LinkedIn. But whatever you want to do. Reaching out because I primarily work with clients in the manufacturing space. Okay, wow, great. Hillcrest Food Service, broadline food distributor. We both work for them. We deliver to restaurants. I'm not manufacturing anything.
No. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, I don't want to. This is hopefully nobody's getting bored out there. But this is so annoying, and I've seen it on LinkedIn where people are making posts talking about how annoying this is.
Yeah,
it is annoying. Okay, so cut it out.
No,
for God's sakes, cut it out.
Build a connection. There is a method to building a connection.
Because for the one person that takes your offer because of miraculous timing, there's 99 people that want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Don't be a bad salesperson.
Yeah, no.
Don't be a bad salesperson.
This is a profession. Treat it as such. Whether you're a doctor, lawyer, contractor, salesperson, plumber, you work on an assembly line, that is your profession. Treat it like you are a professional.
And use the platform for what it's meant to be used for. You know what I mean? Like we have profiles. You have the ability to search regions, search cities, search occupations, you should be able to target your audience so well and know that the person that you're reaching out to and connecting with needs your service potentially. Or
Correct.
could at least use it. Okay.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're putting out content and they're engaging on things.
Yeah.
So I want to share one.
Okay.
Somebody that did it right. You got anything like great? That
I have like 10 more like negative things, but I don't. I'm done.
But
I'm
is there
done.
any good ones though? Because we could do another good one.
I got my insurance guy. Same guy. Glad to connect here, Brian J. Have you looked at different ways to cut your energy expenses? I can help. Oh, thank God. Please, people, stop spamming us. Build a relationship. Provide value.
Yeah, let me give you the way to do it.
Okay, tell me.
This is it. Okay, so I got a guy. His name's Mark Labarge.
Oh, you're naming names.
I'm going to name
names.
My
God. No name.
Or if he decides he doesn't want me to name names, you can use the...
It's going to be
I'm not going to say the guy. I'm not going to say his name. Here's how Mark starts his relationship with me. I post a video.
Okay.
Mark likes the video.
Can we stop saying Mark? Because I have to edit it every time you say that.
Sorry.
If he doesn't want to go and be named.
So I post a video.
Okay.
This gentleman likes the video.
Great.
Okay. This gentleman comments on the video.
Nice.
Okay. Engages with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, and I see what he does, he works for a manufacturer of food service products.
Nice. Okay.
So I connected with him. Or I can't remember. He might have connected with me. I connected with him, whatever. But he engaged with me first. Mm-hmm. Okay. Found my post somehow through his network. Engaged with me. Sent the connection one way or the other. I can't remember. We connected. His first message to me: "Hi, David. Thank you for connecting. I loved your video."
That's nice.
I just want to introduce myself as bop, 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 bop. And he goes through his little spiel.
Yeah.
Okay. But he connected with me. He engaged first.
Mm-hmm.
Then he connected. Then he
introduced himself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I said, "Thanks for the kind words. I'll certainly pass on the info to my buyer for this product line. Thanks for reaching out."
Yeah.
"Thank you. I've been talking to another gentleman that I know."
Okay.
"In the industry, not at our company, but in the industry. And he gave me a few tips on making videos, to post for our company. Hope mine comes out as well as yours." So,
another compliment.
So again, I mean, I'm taking this genuinely. He's stroking my ego. Great video. Hope it comes out as good as yours. Listen, I'm human. But it feels good.
No,
it feels good.
And it's true.
And it is true. I mean, it's 100% true.
It can't help the fact that it's true.
But it feels good, So again, if anybody's taking notes, engages on my content, connects, acknowledges my content, introduces himself, acknowledges a person that he knows I know, doesn't say, looks like we know the same people.
Yeah.
Come on. Actually gives me the name of somebody that he knows I know. Okay. Compliments me again. I go, this guy that we know knows what he's doing. I'm sure it'll come out way better. Okay. Don't hear from him for a while, a couple weeks. He says again, hi, David. I heard your podcast where you mentioned that you're trying to eat a little healthier. Check out Forks Over Knives on Netflix. It changed my entire outlook on my diet. It's helped me tremendously. My doctor was shocked. Be well. I said, thanks. I've heard about it, but I haven't watched it. Thanks for thinking of me, and thanks for listening to the podcast.
So made a connection and then provided value.
If we're taking notes. Okay. Engaged on my content.
Okay. Engaged on your content. Okay.
Connected. Acknowledged my content.
Nice again.
Introduced himself.
Yes.
Connected with another person he knows I know in real life.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if there's a map for this guy, but this is a great way to build a relationship through a social media network. I'm getting to the point where I want to buy from this guy.
And you have the power to do that.
Absolutely.
But is it any different just because we're on a social media platform or we're using technology? Is the basics of a genuine human connection in a relationship any different?
It's not.
No.
So let me continue.
Okay.
April 27th was the first interaction with this guy. Okay. It took him until September 2nd to throw the right hook. Okay. So if you get any Gary Vaynerchuk fans out there, it's jab, 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 right hook. Okay.
Great book. We'll put it in the show notes.
So on September 2nd, he goes, hope all is well. I just want to touch base to see if you're having any seafood challenges that we may be able to help you with or address. We're really starting to grow our food service lines and we may be able to fill a need. Let me know if I can help.
Nice.
Now, I just told you the message before. Like, I'm ready to meet with this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. August 23rd to September 2nd. So from April 27th, it started.
Yeah.
August 23rd, and then September 2nd is when he delivers the right hook. Asking if, and even like, I would tell you if somebody started with that message, I would probably respond just because I'm a buyer for what they want to sell. Mm-hmm. But he did all that ahead of time. So then I gave him the email addresses, connected him. And then just this week, he said, hey, I did my first LinkedIn video. So remember how we started?
Correct.
Great video, this, that. Yeah. He responds back, did my first LinkedIn video today. Would you check it out and let me know what you think? So I literally, I feel like I know this guy already.
Yeah, you have a relationship.
I feel like I know him. I haven't even met him in real life yet.
To your point, not to interrupt you here, he also feels like he knows you because he hears you on the podcast. He's consuming your content, and he's generally trying to engage with you.
No question. So he did a video. Mm-hmm. So I gave him some critiques. I said, really nice job. I go, if you want to do more of this kind of stuff, you should invest in a mic. Yeah. I sent him a link for the correct mic to get. So it hooks right up to your iPhone. He responded back, thank you so much. I'm thinking about that. And, that was just this morning. I can't wait to meet this guy.
No, right?
That's the way it's done, people.
It's not about a transaction. It's about building a relationship. And people buy, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. People buy from people they like. We live in a commoditized world, and you can get the same product and service from 100 different people. You're going to go to the person that you like, respect, and want to spend time with. No one is going to sit down with an insurance rep that they don't like. No one is going to buy, XYZ product from someone they don't like.
Couldn't have said it better. So I have one more story I think that's good that we could use. Okay. So had a guy in the logistics field, same kind of thing. Crappy way to get started. Yeah. Hey, I sell logistics, buy from me. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, it was garbage. I did, and I think it was episode 22 or maybe or something like that. We put out the drive and talks. Okay? Yeah. And one of those was the LinkedIn rant. So that was about a year ago or so. Mm-hmm. I did that and posted on LinkedIn. Right after I posted that video, the guy reached out to me in a funny way and was like, spam, spam, spam. And then he was like, went through. And then when I finally met with him, because I appreciated him realizing what he did. So basically he did it the wrong way.
Correct.
Realized he did it the wrong way, came back, and then we met in person on his product. And he told me in the meeting, we had lunch, and he goes, listen, man, I'm really sorry that I started off like that. Like, thank you for calling it out because I'm going to change the way I approach things. Yeah. And then the guy went on to do his own video, and then he sent it to me just like this other gentleman I was talking about. Yeah. He sends it to me, says, hey, can you check out this video? So this is how it works. This is life.
really nice to see someone that can be self-reflective and look within. We can all get better. This is, as we said at the beginning of the episode, this is not meant to be negative. We really want to help people. And I think you'll see increased sales. You're not going to get lucky. You're not going to just, hit 1,000 people and one person, buys your product. You're going to get multiple people to buy your product and increase your sales, and they'll be lifelong customers.
It may take a little bit longer, but it's going to be more solid.
But it doesn't take longer. I think that's the misnomer. It doesn't take longer to build a relationship because you're not getting the sale by spamming me. I'm just telling you that.
Right. Yeah, because in the time it takes the 1 out of 100 to get it, you could be getting everyone.
Yes.
Doing it the right way.
Correct.
So engage, connect, acknowledge, take part in their life and what they do, and show them that you care about what they're doing. Stroke their ego a little bit, make them feel good. They post something, tell them their content's good. You know what I mean? Like, it's an easy thing to do. People love to be complimented. It works.
I love it. Yeah, great. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate your time today. You can check out more information on some of the books we mentioned in our show notes here at restauranttopia.com. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
This is a high-quality pod. Thank you, everybody.
Take care. Adios.
Thank you for listening to Restauranttopia. The gratitude that we have for each and every one of you spending your precious time to listen to this podcast is immeasurable. Please make sure to tell a friend about this podcast. And also, if you have any feedback for us, visit us on restauranttopia.com and drop us a line. You can also subscribe on your favorite place to listen to podcasts. Thank you and have a great day.
It's a little bit better than, would you like to save money on your insurance?
Ugh, please.
Are you buying electric or gas? Would you like to pay less?
No, I live in the cold, dark.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, get out of here.
Just step up your game.
Please.
Be a professional.